I was in seminary, and it was my last year of seminary, and I hadn't gotten an interview for a job. I applied on the 3rd of December for the Army, the Air Force, and by the 12th of December, I had orders for me to go in the Army. Unprecedented in the Army that you would get orders that fast. And so our choice was to go to a local church, to join the Air Force, which did not respond to us, or join the Army, who responded within 8 days or 9 days of my application to the Army. And so we went in the military. We had one child at the time, 2 children at the time, excuse me, 2 children at the time. And then the 3rd one was born our first year in the military. And during those years in the military, I really wanted to get out because it wasn't what I expected. I expected to get a church and a big congregation. I got a Jeep, a kit to go out in the field to preach to soldiers on the back of a tank. I was very disappointed. But there was a lady in our life who was still in our life. She's just turned 90 years old. She was my inspiration, who told me, Ronald, and when she said Ronald, she meant business. I want you to consider staying in the military because it offers you so much and you can give so much back to society. She said, you don't have to be behind a pulpit to preach the gospel. You can preach it anywhere. And some of the most inspiring moments with that lady inspired me to consider staying in the military. And she is the one who really opened my eyes to say, this is for you. God uses different means for his purpose. And she was the means for me staying in the military. She stayed 22 years. I stayed 30. I hope she's very proud of that. But still, that was my inspiration in coming in the military and staying in the military. And now after those initial 3 years, we were sent to Germany, and you may not believe it. It usually takes 8 years for a person to get promoted. I was a captain at that time. Within 5 years of me being in the military, I was promoted to major. Unprecedented. For me, that was God's way of saying that I want you to stay around a little longer.